We were trying to establish ourselves as a coffee house. To some people, coffee and tobacco goes together, and there was a concern that it would affect the business.
I felt like if I didn't let them smoke, they would leave, and that was our income.
More than a smoking or a non-smoking issue, it's more about your freedom being taken away.
When we first heard the ordinance was coming into effect, it was kind of personal to us because that's our money. And that is kind of why we said, forget this, we're gonna put ashtrays out at 5 o'clock upstairs and see what happens. We got a ticket, and then the health department came down for an inspection. We did have a nice little fine we had to pay, and so that's when we finally decided, all right, we're gonna follow the law. It never even crossed my mind that, hey, there's a whole crowd out there that would love to come out that didn't smoke. They were the ones staying home, and they were the ones not spending their money. And now that the smoke was gone, all the non-smokers started coming out, and there are more non-smokers than there are smokers.
My parents established a restaurant in 1977. I was 6 years old. I started bussing tables at a very young age so I could spend time with my folks. I just grew up in the business. I learned to love it. Before the ordinance went into effect, the restaurant was very heavy with smoke. Even though we had the smoking section, the smoke would travel, and it would travel into the non-smoking area. When the ordinance went into effect, a lot of the smokers were very upset, and they said, we're never coming back. But then a week later, they were back, you know, because they were here for the food. We saw an increase in business. It was a big increase. It was 15, 20%. It just got busier and busier. It was a very positive thing. I don't see any cons.
When the law went into effect, it gave us an opportunity to move smokers further away from the entrance. Some smokers were fuming, but I'm glad to not have smoke coming in the front door anymore. In the food business, I think overall people generally prefer a non-smoking environment. Once the ordinance went through, it leveled the playing field, and it provided an opportunity for me to gain customers that I otherwise would not have had the opportunity to gain. That fear that people aren't going to come anymore is an untruth. After the law, smokers were still coming, and what ultimately happened is people just really realized how great our coffee is, and they didn't need anything to go with it.
We all enjoy your lunch. You're going to see that's a very positive thing.
There are a lot more non-smokers than there are smokers, and that's why your business is going to be okay.